New Teletubbies Big Hug just loves a really big hug. And even better, a really big kiss. And when it's time for bed, Big Hug is a gentle nightlight that plays a soothing lullaby as your little one drifts off to sleep. And Teletubbies fans will love Tommy's new Pop In and Play for hours of Teletubby fun. Just pop them in, where will they pop out? Tubby Custard. And you can get Nunu on the move. Teletubbies Pop In and Play and Big Hug. Trust Tommy. Teletubbies Aquadraw gives you so much more drawing fun for everyone. And best of all, it's watery fun. No ink, no brushes, no paint to run. Teletubbies Aquadraw. A question. Which of these films has the most sequels? Saw, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Scream. Think you know the answer? What if I gave you £1 million? £1 million. It's yours. Now what if I told you to bet that £1 million on the answer, live on TV? If you're sure, you can put it all on one answer. Get it right, and you keep your million. But if you get it wrong, still sure you know the answer? The £1 Million Drop Live with Davina McCall starts Monday 24th of May on 4.
One day, in Teletubbyland, Dipsy was out for a walk. When... do you know what happened? The wind blew Dipsy's hat away. "Where's my hat?" said Dipsy. Po was on her scooter. "Where's my hat?" said Dipsy. Tinky Winky was very surprised to see Dipsy's hat. Tinky Winky was very, very surprised to see Dipsy's hat. Laa-Laa came out to see what was going on. Laa-Laa went to find Dipsy. Teletubbies love each other very much. Bye-bye, Tinky Winky. Bye-bye, Dipsy. Bye-bye, Laa-Laa. Bye-bye, Po.
Yeah, it's getting late, but I need to know what Uncle Henry's going to say about the data storage in the diary. Before that, though, I should put on my shoes. This guy is not kidding. Many years ago, when I was helping my dad on an excavation in South Africa, a security guard also threatened us with a gun because he mistook us for grave robbers. Right now, all I remember is Dad's remarkable calmness and somehow getting us out of that situation. You knew my father? How did you know my father? Where did you know my father? There was little point in fighting a handgun with words. Apparently, the killer is also looking for the treasure. Listen, all I know is that my father searched for the Queen of Sheba's treasure for many, many years. I don't know this Kate Williams at all. And why would you think I could find her? All of a sudden, it clicked. The initials on the diary, K and W. Slowly, it all began to make sense. Okay, let me guess. I only get to stay alive if I get on a plane to Ethiopia with you to help find a woman I don't even know. I can still remember that evening very clearly. Everyone knows the moment when you're actually just waiting to wake up from a bad dream. No such luck. The gun in the killer's hand, his cold stare, my racing pulse, it was all real. When I boarded that plane back then, I crossed the threshold into a new world. My old life was over, and I was starting on a journey into the unknown.
Hey, I was in a club when I was a kid too. It was called the Junior Gymnasts. We spin and we whirl, we jump and we twirl. Our antics will make you say wowee. We'll stand on our heads, but not on our beds, 'cause then we might fall and say owie. Yep, just help me with the house cleaning. Which means it's time to take down the fort, kiddos. Well, sure. You're looking at the king of camping himself. As soon as I finish the housework, I'll pitch a tent and roast some of my famous hot dogs right in our own back garden. Ah, there's nothing like the smoky smell of my famous outdoor grilled hot dogs. Anybody ready for some toasted marshmallows? Just as soon as I get this bag of marshmallows open.
We haven't been formally introduced. So you're him? That's a matter of perspective, friend. If you hadn't broken in the vault 30 years ago, I'd probably still be there.
As I've explained to our friends here, I don't have the data they want. The agency ignored my request to upgrade our system for a decade. One day, a team shows up, unannounced, and refits the entire system in a matter of days. Right. Now, the old system ran on magnetic tapes backed up to 8-inch floppies. These were in the dog shed out back. Now, these boxes might contain the coordinates you're all looking for, but I don't have a reader.
That was also taken away in 2012. We'll handle the bomb. The rest of you get Benji to the server room. There's no time to discuss it. Go. We're almost out of time. At 10 seconds, I'm gonna count backwards from 3. 3, 2, 1, cut. Then we run like hell for that door.
Never said I did.
Never. That can never be the solution.
One day, in Teletubby Land, something appeared from far away, and they'd look at me with a cocked head, and they're, what the hell? What? So it was, again, that was another job. I thought, gosh, I'll never get this. There were about 50 other actors in the queue behind me, I think, and yeah, it was an amazing thing to be involved in, and I think that's really what I'm trying to say, that because to be a part of a success, anything like that, anything that is successful, on whatever level, you know, and of its own merits and anything else, it's a treat and it's a privilege. And I remember that show, just people have forgotten now, but it created a furore back in 1997 when it first came out, and there were accusations that it was dumbing children down and subverting language and all these kind of crazy things. And guess what? It's still being made.
Yeah, I started when I was 12. Yes, how could I forget? Oh, no, man. Well, not 30. That's true. No, had no idea. No, this was when we first did it. I don't even remember the name of the studio now. It was in Clapham Junction, just off Clapham Junction off Lavender Hill, and a little tiny place. And I got hired to do this game. I'd never done a video game. In fact, I'm not sure if many video games have been done yet. Ours was certainly the biggest. I mentioned earlier that I got the first script, which was 300 pages. The second set was 320 pages. I mean, just huge. So I didn't think we'd finish that. I got hired for 1 week to do 5 days and 8 hours a day, and we ended up doing 6 days, 12 to 14 hours a day for 2 weeks. And it was a blast. I had such a good time. It was great. But if you'd have told me that I'd be sitting here talking about this now, I would have laughed in your face. Not a chance. Not a chance. I did. Hazel Ellerby. Yeah, we were at drama school together. Yeah.
Come about?
Because I was an American actor, and Charles wanted an American actor, and she said, "Oh, I know a really good guy," and she lied. And Charles, I met the first director, who's not with us anymore, and we met at Neil's Yard, and we had a really interesting, and I mean interesting, conversation, and then I got the gig. That was it.
Cool.
Yeah.
A hero!
That's right. Hey, hero. The most important person in the garden.
You might get something nice to eat as a reward.
I want something more than a reward. It's time those flower tots realised who's boss around this garden once and for all.
Right. The only problem is, you've got to find Grubby first.
Look over there. Under that leaf.
Oh, yeah. Isn't he sweet?
Mrs. Altman? Your Honor, the Foreign Sovereign Immunities Act was passed in 1976, a good 38 years after the events in question. It seems to me obvious that the FSIA rulings cannot be retroactively applied, and I'm bewildered that Mrs. Altman's counsel has not advised her of this fact. It would have saved her a great deal of inconvenience and an equal amount of false hope. This is a domestic matter for Austria. Anything else would be a violation of its national sovereignty. After all, there is a forum for Mrs. Altman to pursue her case in Austria without resorting to American courts and American taxpayers' money. Your Honor. Mr. Chief Justice, and may it please the court, I'll keep my argument succinct, sir. This is a domestic matter for Austria. It has no place in the American courts.
Bye-bye, Tinky Winky. Bye-bye, Dipsy. Bye-bye, Lala. Bye-bye, Po. No. Bye-bye, Tinky Winky. Bye-bye, Dipsy. Bye-bye, Lala. Bye-bye, Po.